A lot new, but I wanted to talk about a case that was decided on February 16 by our appeals court, which involves when somebody feels they've been defrauded and that there's been misrepresentations, and then there's a contract that says there are no representations, do they have any recourse? That's really the question. Is when are you not bound by the precise terms of the contract? So let me give you a little facts.
Sure.
Okay?
Very interesting.
Joseph and Faye Baglioni, husband and wife, owned some real estate, and they met folks at New Boston Fund, and the idea was for them to try to do a tax-free exchange. They wouldn't incur any capital gains tax, and they get involved in a investment with New Boston Fund, which is an investment manager.
Sure.
And the problem is that the IRS determined that they were subject to capital gains tax of $300,000, so it appears they were quite unhappy, and to the point that they actually brought a lawsuit.
Bait and switch, you think?
They didn't get what they thought they were going to get. So anyway, there were settlement discussions that culminated in a settlement agreement in which they became limited partners in two investments of New Boston Fund.
Mark, just one question. You mean in exchange for their loss or their extra pay of $300, they were given those two entities, or
Yeah, they agreed to be beneficiaries in these two structured investments in settlement of their claims. Well, they alleged that one of the properties was already perilously close to default, and that there was some information that should have been disclosed to them by the folks who were general partners, and they claimed it wasn't disclosed. Now, the context here is a suit's been filed, there's been no trial, there has been no decision, but New Boston Fund, when they were presented with this suit claiming fraud relating to the negotiations leading to the settlement agreement, moved to dismiss, and the Superior Court judge dismissed the case, relying largely on the disclaimers that were contained in the documents that were signed.
The old fine print that you can't read?
Well, what New Boston said were the negotiated terms and conditions of the settlement agreement. So here's some of the language.